We, the Kreshna, relegate the bulk of our dining habits to only what is necessary. A handful of dolmen berries is considered a rare delicacy, reserved for only the High Lords of Kresh Prime. The majority of the Kreshna subsist on tasteless food cubes that provide all our needed daily nutrients, calories, and vitamins in a couple bites. I was serving as a simple ship steward on the Korg Nick 7 when it was fated to make first contact with the humans. We came upon them doing barely a third Kreshni standard speed. Theirs was a simple supply ship named the Galley Wench, transporting goods to one of their outpost colonies. When the bridge communications officer opened a vid channel to the human ship and announced himself and his standing, the largest bipedal I have ever seen flipped on their end of the channel and greeted us with, "Well, burn my biscuits! Who'd have thunk old Cookie would be the one to make first contact with the Kresh? Ha ha ha!" This also marked the first time I had ever seen a communications officer so blatantly flustered on an open line. Our first contact procedures dictate an open and informal meeting on either ship in order to establish future means of contact and let both parties gain mutual understanding of each other. Are you agreeable to this procedure? The large human replied robustly, "Well, golly, I should say I certainly is. We should have this meeting over here on the old wench. The boys and I just got the grill going. Come on over, and I'll have our ship chef make us all up something right and tasty to gulp down and have a good old talk over." As a ship steward, I was privileged enough to be invited on the diplomatic team for first contact with the humans. When we docked, we switched over our internal biofilters for the atmospheric content and were welcomed in by a somewhat skinnier human, dressed in something akin to what many Kreshna would compare to our priests' holy robes. The name tag on his all-white outfit read simply, "Chef Pierre," and he gave us a curt bow and gestured for us to follow him. Something not many species know about we Kreshna is that we have a highly developed olfactory capability. Useful in stealth missions and diplomatic affairs, we can pick out a large number of unique scents and pheromones to great advantage. When the doors to the mess hall opened, we were staggered by the overwhelming amount of scent that hit us like a wall of exquisite warmth. The table in front of us was large enough to seat at least 50 Kreshna, and the entirety of its surface was covered in what was creating the wondrous smells we were experiencing. Food, of all kinds and varieties from humanity's different cultures. For the first time in our lives, we were hungry. It was about this time that the large human we had talked to earlier sauntered into the room, large abdomen surely blocking most of his view of the small statures of our diplomatic party. "Ha ha ha! No need to stand for the occasion, fellas! Old Cookie has served enough crews to see the hunger in them eyes! Dig in!" I was prodded forward to the table first, mainly because I think the rest of our team didn't know what to make of everything we were seeing. I hesitantly approached something that looked harmless and plain enough so that I could work up to some of the more exotic dishes. The first bite shook me to my core. The happy and joyous rush that danced across my sensitive taste buds was surely reserved for only enlightened and ascended beings. I didn't care if I was participating in blasphemy. I savored every morsel and crumb that I ate. Tears streamed down my face. I later learned that what I picked out was called a jelly donut with chocolate frosting. The team doctor rushed to my side, thinking I had been poisoned, but I waved him off as I regained control over my limbs and once again stood. Good. This seemed to be sign enough for the rest of the team that everything was alright to eat. The next 6 hours, human time, passed like a slow, wondrous dream where we sampled the most amazing flavors the humans had to offer, and their captain, Cookie, relegated tales of travel through the system and bits of his life. Everything he said was like a long-lost gospel, passing down the wonder and uniqueness of the true nature of the universe, preaching to us the amazing existence to be found in the world of food alone. After the meal, Cookie and crew helped us back to our pod, our thoraxes feeling like they would burst if we consumed anything else. We returned to Cognic 7 and spent the next 3 days relegating to the rest of the crew what we had experienced as almost a holy encounter. I look back on the experience now as the start of a wonderful revolution for my people. For all our technological advancements, we, the Kreshna Sioux, were lacking in the simple joys of life. We trade away some of our most astounding technological marvel blueprints to the humans for organic crops, livestock, and libraries of recipes and cooking documentaries. The boys and I just got the grill going. Come on over and I'll have our ship chef make us up.